Good morning, everyone. Got your coffee? I got mine. So listen, everyone, before I get started, I want to say happy Father's Day to all the real fathers out there. I want to say happy Father's Day to all the men who mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially support your children. And to the children of those fathers are just as important as mothers are. Do not cheap out on your daddies today. Show them a good time. Show them how much you love them, how much you care about them, and how much you appreciate and value their presence in your life. Happy Father's Day to all the real fathers. Not just men who created children and brought forth life, but men who nurtured those lives. Happy Father's Day to you. Okay, before I get started saying what I want to say, there are people that I need to thank. I need to say thank you so much to Kisa. Kisa, thank you so much, my dear. And to Jacqueline. Jacqueline, thank you. And I need to say thank you to Lynetta. Lynetta, thank you. And then T. Taylor. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say to you, how to even put that into words. And then Jericho, who always slips in, and just quietly supports and says to me that I watch your videos every single day. So I may not say nothing, but I'm watching you. Thank you, Jericho. Thank you, honey. And then to Tammy. Tammy, I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. Listen, not only will this help the library pantry, I do know that Tammy, you did say it for the library pantry and the Great Escape, and I shall do that. I will. But because we got so many people who just helped out yesterday, I'm going to be able to start a project that I've been wanting to do, but I just said if I can manage it, I will. If I can't, I can't. I wanted to buy backpacks and fill them up with school supplies for the kids in the neighborhood for back to school. And my husband was like, well, if you're going to do that, you might as well get started now so that you'll have everything that you need by the time school starts, because school starts, really in just a couple months. And so I thought, okay, if we get the funds in, we'll do it. Well, I'm only going to do between 10 and 20 of them. Not going to do a lot. Half boys, half girls. Because remember when we did those coats for the winter? Baby, I don't know if I ever told y'all that, but that was quite the endeavor. That took over my house for a long time. I mean, because y'all were sending them coats in, baby. Do not send book packs. I'm going to buy the book packs, the backpacks, y'all. But I mean, and then it was so many people whose kids needed them. And I just had people coming back and forth. It was it was a lot, y'all. I don't mean to sound like a dick, but that was just a lot. And I am not up for that again. We're not doing that again. But I do want to, and like I said, this time, just a few backpacks. There are other programs in the area, other churches that give them away too. I just want to do something on a smaller scale for the kids on this block and the next couple of blocks over. You know what I'm saying? Nothing big, but it is something, that was on my heart to do. And I'll be able to at least start that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, you guys. With all of that out of the way, let's talk about it. The two Democrats who, the names was state. If you don't know, State Representative Melissa Hortman was assassinated in her home along with her husband sometime yesterday. And they attempted to assassinate State Senator John Hoffman and his spouse as well. They were each shot about 5 or 6 times, and they are barely holding on right now. They're in grave condition. The governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, says that he is cautiously optimistic, for their survival. But they are in grave condition. And like I said, Melissa Hortman, who is a Democratic lawmaker, she and her husband, they succumbed to their injuries. They, and what is being called a politically motivated assassination. The man who is suspected of killing and injuring these people is 57-year-old Vance Bolter. A lot of people are saying that he is a far left radical, even though he worked for Democrats. The Tim Walz, he was nominated to do some work for Tim Walz, and then the previous governor before Tim Walz, I think his name is Mark Dayton, doesn't necessarily mean that he was a Democrat, you know, or that he believed in, you know, democratic principles and ideologies, because at the end of the day, a job's a job. But they said that he had a manifesto, and he had a list of about 70 names. I believe Governor Tim Walz was one of the names. Ilhan Omar was one of the names. There were only Democrats on that list. So definitely I have my suspicions that this is not what that was. This was planned and calculated and thought out. They said that there were some King's Parade flyers in his vehicle as well. And a lot of people are saying that because Melissa Hartman voted against her party, and she voted not to give illegal immigrants, people who were here illegally, health care, because she wanted to get a bill passed, and she thought she was doing something for the greater good, and people are weaponizing that vote. However, this man had a list of lots of lawmakers. He planned this, and he planned to do it on the King's Parade, the day of the King's Parade, because he had those flyers in his vehicle. Somehow he had a shootout with police officers. He was dressed as a police officer, which is probably why these people opened their doors. I'm black. I don't open my door for the police. I talk to them through the Ring intercom. I don't open my door for the police. The only time I will ever open my door for the police is if I called them. And if I don't call you, I don't open my door for you, because I don't have to. But, you know, they probably felt safe. They saw someone who presented as a police officer. He was driving a vehicle that looked like a police car with lights and everything. Some people believe that he was an actual police officer. I don't believe that. I believe that, I don't know where he got all of that gear or everything from, but I don't know. This isn't the first time that has happened. I don't know where everybody's getting all this gear from. Maybe make it harder for people to get all of this stuff, you know, that looks so realistic. But anyway, they can't find this man. There's a $50,000 reward for his capture and arrest. $50,000, that doesn't seem like a whole lot of money, but I guess it's enough to motivate someone to call in a tip. But they don't know where this man is. He somehow escaped a shootout with the police. It's like I said in yesterday's video, what this nation is doing to people. Let's go back to that. The way it is radicalizing people, the way it is, America is just a cesspool now. And I can't tell you how strongly I want out. You know, Trump being the president, of course, people are going to become politically motivated to do things like this when we have a president that leads the way that he's leading and inspires and encourages and incites hatred. And, you know, and as a black woman, I got to tell you, I did everything that I could to stand in the way of what is going on. I did everything that I could. I motivated, I educated, I talked to people, I called people, I donated, I did everything. I donated when I couldn't afford to donate. I did everything that I possibly could to save America from this. America does not deserve black women. It doesn't. That's why black women are at rest right now, because we've come to understand that. But I tried my best to save us all from this. 92% of us, 80% of us, tried to save this nation from what's going on. Don't allow what is going on, like I said yesterday, and I mean that sincerely. Don't allow it to desensitize you to what other people need. Don't allow it to force you to look away. We have to pay attention. We have to pay it attention. And above all, don't let it rob you of your kindness. Continue to be kind. Spread that shit around, because it's free. Don't let America rob you of your humanity, because America is starting to lack in its humanity. Be good people. That is all that I have for today. Again, happy Father's Day to all you righteous fathers. And do something nice for someone. If you would like to support the platform, the Library Pantry, or the Great Escape, I would definitely appreciate it. I will leave my Cash App and Venmo down in the comments. Try to be happy.